Sandman.
Greetings, friends. Once upon a time, long ago, in one distant and snowy country, there was a powerful spirit who commanded winter and all its aspects. In this video I would like to tell you about one mysterious character from Slavic mythology. The Lord of Frost, Cold and Gloom, Korochun. Korochun is an intriguing yet obscure figure from Slavic mythology. The name Korochun itself provides one clue. Linguists trace the name back to the Proto-Slavic Korochunu, meaning freezer or he who freezes. This suggests Korochun was seen as a god or spirit connected to winter, ice, and freezing cold temperatures. Fittingly, the few legends featuring Korochun place him in the context of the harshest winter months. In some old Rus folktales, Korochun is associated with terrible blizzards that could freeze travelers to death. His name gets invoked in stories warning people not to go out into freezing, wind-whipped storms. So Korochun was possibly seen as a winter demon who conjured up icy storms and sent them raging across the land. If someone perished in a blizzard, locals might have muttered, "Korochun took another one." Beyond his meteorological aspect, there are hints Korochun was viewed as an ancient pagan god who predated the Rus adoption of Christianity. Some scholars propose he was part of an old Slavic pantheon of winter deities. Yet solid details about his exact origins and worship are unknown. It's possible any temples and idols the ancient Slavs had for Korochun were systematically destroyed when Christianity became dominant in the region. Surviving stories portray him as a malicious entity roaming the darkness during the winter solstice, the longest night of the year. Perhaps Slavs once viewed that night as imbued with magical power and performed rituals to honor or appease dangerous spirits like Korochun that stalked the darkness. Other fragments of forgotten lore cast Korochun in a slightly more favorable light. While still a symbol of the perils of winter, he was also seen by some as a guardian who could protect people against the ravages of the cruelest cold snaps. There is one account of villagers making an effigy of Korochun out of straw and twigs at the start of winter. This ritual was believed to put Korochun in a good mood so he'd shield their community from the worst blizzards that season. And instead of always being portrayed as a marauding winter demon, Korochun occasionally appears in tales as a wise teacher. In one story he takes a lost hunter under his wing and imparts ancient secrets of surviving brutal conditions in the wild. So in the end, excavating the scattered clues about the elusive Korochun paints a picture of a godlike personification of the bleakest, most dangerous aspects of Slavic winters. His origins reach back to pagan times before Christianization, when ancient Slavs had nature gods to represent forces they depended on and feared. Over time, he morphed from a minor deity possibly worshipped in remote villages into a folkloric figure still lurking in the frigid darkness, waiting to test the foolhardy with his bone-chilling gales. Yet he also retained a hint of benevolence as someone who could occasionally spare people from the worst of winter if properly shown respect. While the rise of Christianity pushed him to the margins alongside many pagan spirits, vestiges of primitive rituals invoking Korochun still echo down through the ages. Respect for the power embodied by this obscure lord of winter cold remains even as memory of Korochun's original role in Slavic mythology grows ever more dim.